Is Pennsylvania a good place to file a sex abuse lawsuit? I'm Ben Andreozzi, an attorney based in Pennsylvania, where I've been filing sexual abuse lawsuits on behalf of victims for almost 2 decades. I've been asked by out-of-state lawyers, victims, potential clients, and others if Pennsylvania is a good venue or location to pursue a sex abuse case. As someone who's lived here my entire life and practiced law for over 20 years, I've made a couple of key and important observations that I'd like to share. First, Philadelphia is one of the most plaintiff-friendly venues in the entire country. A case that's filed in Philadelphia will often command results that are 5 times or even greater than the same case that would be filed in a rural county or a smaller city. Other positives in Pennsylvania include the fact that there's no state tort immunity for childhood victims of sexual abuse. Additionally, joint and several liability attaches in cases where no fault is allocated or assigned to the victim. Finally, in Pennsylvania, there is no cap on the award of compensatory damages that can be awarded to a victim. Now, there are some negatives in Pennsylvania that you need to be aware of. There are many rural counties between Pennsylvania and Pittsburgh. Traditionally, in rural counties, we don't see jury verdicts or settlements that are as high. I will say that we're seeing a trend that carves out sort of an exception for sexual abuse cases. And while those rural counties might have more conservative verdicts and settlements for traditional Pennsylvania personal injury claims like auto accidents, slip and falls, and medical malpractice, that doesn't necessarily apply to sex abuse cases. Another negative in Pennsylvania is the fact it can be difficult to hold a franchise responsible for the actions of a franchisee. Finally, while the statute of limitations in Pennsylvania was revised in 2019 and it got slightly more favorable for victims, we're still desperately in need of a 2-year window that would temporarily suspend the statute of limitations and allow survivors of sexual abuse to seek justice regardless of their age or when they were abused. As far as some of the largest verdicts and settlements to come out of Pennsylvania, my law firm, Andreozzi and Foote, is proud to have recovered what's believed to be the largest jury verdict ever on behalf of a Pennsylvania victim, where we received an $88 million verdict in Dauphin County on behalf of a young boy who was sexually abused on film. Other large and notable verdicts and settlements in Pennsylvania include the Jerry Sandusky case, where we also played a prominent role. And it's been reported that those victims have received upwards of $100 million in settlements. More recently in Pennsylvania, 3 women were able to recover $37.5 million in a Philadelphia sex trafficking case. If you're interested in learning more about Pennsylvania sex abuse cases and some of these concepts that we very briefly described, like state tort immunity and joint and several liability, visit our website, www.victimcivilattorneys.com, where we have a host of other videos which really outline and go into detail some of those legal issues and how they apply in Pennsylvania. If you'd like more information about our firm, or potentially you are a lawyer who's seeking to refer a civil sexual abuse case, you can send us an email. Our email address is info@vca.law.